Hey, hey, hey. I was just looking at my notes because I'm like, okay, let me go to my points. Let me go through my YouTube section to see any extra things that I need to say, and it's gone. It's deleted. That's okay, because at least I got this. At least I remember up here. Whoever deleted my stuff, BFU. Let's say, 'cause I'm trying to stop cussing, so I'm saying like that. BFU. Oh, there's nothing on here. I think I know who did it though, but I'm gonna play stupid and act like I don't know. But it's okay. That's okay. If my camera's a little crooked, y'all, I am so sorry. I did the best I can with this wobbly thing. But you got me saying, hello, 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 hello. Mm-mm-mm. Girl, show you what I mean. Take me back. Take me back to the mindless behavior days. Take me back to the days where I didn't have to worry about narcissistic men. Take me back. Let's get straight into it, okay? This is not going to apply for everybody. Doesn't apply for people who feel like they have found a match. This doesn't apply for people that feel like they have a good man in their arms, or it doesn't apply to them. If you got a good man and you're in a great relationship and you know it's God sent, this video is not for you. This video is for women from young to old, for me to share my experiences and help, even if it's just one person, help somebody know the signs and echoes of a narcissistic man. Okay, to run for the hills when you see these things, these signs, and because we don't have time to be repeating the same patterns, y'all. We got goals we need to reach. We need to be closer to God. We got stuff we need to do. Like, come on now. We don't have time for, a man holding us up. And, as strong as God is, don't get me wrong, the devil is plotting through friends, plotting through relationships. So we need to step up our A game and stop giving these below men a chance, okay? From friendships to men, but right now we're talking about men right now, okay? It's like time for us to stop letting the devil into our homes, okay?
Sorry, I heard some of y'all didn't get the memo, so I'm here to just, reiterate it. These niggas are narcissists! Run! Run for your life! They're trying to take your light! It's fuel! They're vampires! They're fucking vampires! Run! Oh my god, the devil's in your house! Run!
It's time to stop, okay? And see, most of us grew up without fathers to teach us how it is or how it should be to date the right man and how a man should treat you. But that's okay. Don't worry, because Victoria's here. I'm here, girl, and I got your back. You know what I'm saying? So don't you even worry about that. I'm gonna help you spot the signs. I'm gonna help you spot the signs. I'm gonna really get into why we should not choose and pick these type of men, whether you love them or not. Okay, if y'all see me looking down, it's because my notes. I have notes. Last night, or was it the night before last, I was in my prayer room, my prayer closet. I made a prayer closet. So I was in my prayer closet and I just got to talking. I just got to talking. And I actually had my plant in there with me. So I was actually talking to my plant and God at the same time. And like stuff just started flowing to me because a couple of days prior, I had asked God, I said, well, why do I choose the men that I choose? And I already had an answer for it, but I wanted to go deep down into the answer. And I kid y'all not, a couple days later, when I was in my prayer room, it literally all started flowing to me. I was like, write this down. So I started writing everything down, and it made sense. So I thought, why not come share it with other people? So maybe y'all can use it in your day-to-day lives. Y'all can use it in your dating scene. And for those who just fed up and really want to figure out why they keep choosing the same bum men that they keep choosing, or narcissistic men that they keep choosing, we're going to get straight down to that, because we don't have time no more, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm being so serious. We do not have time to play games no more with these men. We don't have time to play games no more. I'm telling you, because y'all gotta also keep in mind that men are jealous as well. It's not just women that can be jealous of you. It's not just women. Men can be jealous of you too. Even just because you think you're dating somebody or a person says they love you doesn't mean that person is not jealous of you. They can be jealous of you because you're a success. A man can be even jealous of you because you're beautiful. Okay, is it weird to say? Yes, it is weird to say, but that is true. Like, a man couldn't be jealous because you look good. You carry yourself well. You're not repeating cycles like they're doing. But what they'll try to do is the devil try to sneak them into your life to have you down to their level, if not even below their level. That's why when y'all see that trend or whatever that video going around, people be like, how I was before and how I looked when I was in a relationship. Baby, because I was one of them. If I could find some videos, I'm going to compare it. If not, I'm just not going to do it. But these are some of the things that happened to me while I was in an abusive relationship. I've got punched, I've got bit in the arm. This video is when I almost got stabbed in the shoulder. One thing that I noticed by narcissistic men, like whenever I'm getting all cute and decide I want to get cute for the day, all of a sudden they just feel the need to just put their hands on me. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, every time I just like, oh, let me get ready for the day. Like, I noticed that's a pattern. I've been in a lot of relationships where it drained me so much, y'all. When you breaking out, your skin tone change, you're not shining, you're not glowing no more, and then as soon as you leave them, you know what I'm saying? You glowing, you feel better, you look better, you're doing better. That is a sign right there to get your ass up and go. If you're in a relationship and you're not the same person, it's not even about being the same person. It's about elevating. You know what I'm saying? We can sit here and say all day, I lost my spark, I want to go back to how I was. No, let's not rewind. Let's go up, go forward. Okay. If you meet a person, y'all should be elevating each other to glow more, look better, more, dress better together, make more money together, all that together. Okay, you don't want to stay the same. You should be elevating, not degrading at all. You should not be looking like you get ready to be buried alive. And next, you know what I'm saying? No, you shouldn't be looking like that. You should always be glowing. And if a man gets mad at that and tries to tear you down, or you don't need that, you should have to wear that, or you don't have to wear makeup, or a man can say, hold on, a man can say, babe, I think you look better with natural, but be careful with that. Some people mean it genuinely. Some people just want you to stop doing a girl a lot of stuff that you do. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta use your discernment on that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta use discernment. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you do have to use discernment, And there's a way to it how people will word it. Like if a man words it like, you don't need no makeup, that makeup stuff for the birds, just being really negative about it. Yes, sis. No. Why are you putting that on? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing no. No, 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 no. That's not it. Okay. Now, men, narcissists too. Men and women, y'all. Men and women. Don't get me wrong. Men and definitely women, because women can be abusive too. But right now, I'm strictly talking about men. Men can be a narcissist and they can be mentally, physically, and emotionally abusive. And I experienced all three. Mentally abused, physically abused, and spiritually abused. Okay, a man will suck you dry like a vampire, except for they're not biting you physically, they're biting you spiritually. They're sucking the life out of you spiritually to where they pulling all your energy out, sucking all your energy out of you, and you just left looking like blah. And they're all like, yeah, I'm just living my best life. I'm going over here, but you looking like that. It's because I'm taking your energy. It gets real deep out here, y'all. This is not a game. Like, I'm being so for real. This is not a game. It is spiritual attacks on out here. People or when fake friends slither into your life to harm you or even kill you. Y'all see all these people today, all these entrepreneur girls and all these women and girls who own their own business, and every time they go out to the trip, they friends that set them up and they dead or these men killing their girlfriends. This is not a game, y'all. People are out here really, really jealous. They can be jealous of your success, how you look, all types of stuff. Because you have a good heart, a good spirit, good mind, because you carry yourself with a light. And they can do that too, but they choose not to. If I could teach you a thing or two, just come follow my lead. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with asking somebody, hey girl, how you do that thing? Or how do you shine so bright? And we can show you the steps. But instead of asking somebody or, want somebody to coach you, you turn around and be jealous of them and try to steal their light or try to off them because you are jealous of their light. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, no, okay. There has been many instances. Don't get me started on gaslighting, y'all. Number one, if a man ever gaslights you, each and every one of them, physically, mentally, spiritually, have their own strong battles. One is not stronger than the other, because a man could tear you down mentally, so a man could tear you down physically and hit you, but also a man could tear you down mentally to the point where you going so insane in your head that you got to go to a freaking mental asylum or something, that you stop taking care of yourself and all this other stuff. So when a man is breaking you down mentally, Example, gaslighting. That's, I cannot stand that one. Now, when I tell y'all, you can look at the sky and you and everybody else can see the sky is blue. That nigga will tell you, no, babe, the sky is definitely green. It's green. And your dumb ass, because you in love, which I've been there too, it's okay. It's okay. Your dumb ass will sit there and say, oh, it is green. No, babe, you not stupid or you slow. The sky is blue. Okay? Or like my shirt. Oh, I like the shirt. I love pink. You know I love pink. No, babe, that shirt is definitely black. And then you question yourself, but it looks pink. No, it's black. Oh, it is black. You battling a thing in your mind where it's this. Y'all need to look up videos or short films on gaslighting. I'm telling y'all, gaslighting, it messes with the mind, and I can't stand it. I can't stand it because a motherfucker will tell you again, like I said, the sky is blue. You see the sky is blue, and they tell you the sky is green. But we know it's not. Just to mess with you psychologically. A lot of people like to do that. Oh, let me play with her mind. Let me pick at her brain. No, baby, go. You need to run. Okay? They play games with you, and that you see something that's obviously there, or obviously a certain way, or something that they did. Hold on, something that they did. You saw them do with your own two eyes. You see them. You heard them say, but then they'll turn around and say, "No, I didn't do that. No, I didn't say that." Sis, run, run, run. Run, okay? Run. No, because we're not going to play game. That's going to lead to something else. Probably physical abuse. Like, no, that's. Mm-mm. I remember I was dating one time after leaving one of my abusive relationships, and this dude, I had said something to him, and he had a quick reaction, but it was like an abusive kind of gaslighting reaction. And I was like, "Did you just?" And he literally looked me in my eyes, y'all. It was everything happened so fast. That's how they try to get you to. They try to make the situation happen so fast. At the time, I'm like, no, that didn't happen. Like, no, you didn't see that. No, that wasn't. I said this instead, or I did this instead. No, you did exactly what I saw you do. You said exactly what I saw you said. So he's like, no, I didn't do that. I said this instead. And I looked into my brain. I was like, oh, this nigga trying to gaslight me. This nigga trying to gaslight me. Girl, I ran so fast. I said, well, you can go. You know what I'm saying? Never talk to him again because, like, you're not going to sit here and play with my face. Like, I'll be, okay? I just left one of the most crazy abusive relationships I've ever been in. So I don't want to go back to that. So as soon as I get the red flags now, you got to go. I don't got time for that no more. I don't got time for you playing with my games. I don't got time for none of that. I ain't got time no more. Done with it, period, point blank. And see, the devil be testing you. The devil bring a person into your life again to see if you're going to tolerate the BS. Just to see if you're going to tolerate the BS. God allows it because God wants to see, did you learn your lesson? Did you really learn your lesson? Or are you just saying you learned your lesson? You know what I mean? Do you really think you really learned your lesson? Or are you going to let this happen again? All right, go ahead and send a narcissist. Let's see if she learned her lesson or not. Or let's see if he learned his lesson or not. You know what I mean? You have to use your discernment and be like, no, I'm not going through this again. I'm not going through this again. I'm not going through this again. I'm not going. So sometimes if you wonder why you keep picking up the same people, it's more than one reason, but I'm going to give you one reason now. It's because God wants to test you by seeing if you're going to allow this to happen to you again. Have you really learned your lesson? Have you really healed like you say you healed? Have you? You will pass the test. If you really didn't, you're going to keep trying to pass the test and the cycle over and over and over and over and over again until you get it right. Even if it's for just with one person. Anywho, and that cycle is going to keep being repeated until you learn to like, hey, no, I caught that red flag and I'm not going to allow you in my life. So move around, walk away. I stopped talking to him so quick because like, the devil is a lie. You ain't come back in my life with that BS. I've already dealt with that and I don't want to deal with it again. Okay. Now you got the spiritual abuse. Of course, a person that this can also come with witchcraft too. A person that knows witchcraft can attack you spiritually by using witchcraft, or just spiritually doing it because I don't want to sit here and say all because I'm not God and I don't know fact. I don't know a lot of facts and I don't know, but y'all know how people say it takes one to know one. I personally in high school used to be a narcissist. I did. It was bad. It was really, really bad. But God blessed me to have a very, very intellectual mind where I can notice stuff and think about stuff really, really hard and try to get an understanding of it. And most of the time I do get an understanding of it. So when I was in high school, Let me tell you how I know so much about narcissists and I can understand their shoes and how I'm not going to say all, but I do want to say all, but I'm not going to say all. Most narcissists have an entity inside of them. Let me tell you how I know how. When I was in high school and I used to be a narcissist and I was dating, I would used to want to see my partner sad. I would love when my partner. I'm not ashamed to say this because I grew out of this. I didn't been I didn't been a narcissist and I didn't been a lover girl. Okay, I didn't been on both spectrums. I'm not perfect, but I know how it feels to be in both shoes. To be the abusive one and to be the person being abused. You know what I'm saying? I've been on both spectrums, so I understand both of them equally. But anywho, I would love to see I would love to see my partner cry, like especially if they cry, like oh my god, I would just get a burst of energy inside of me. I used to be happy, like oh my god, the person's crying. I can't explain to. It's like you really have to be like spiritually like there intellectually to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, okay. When I would like my when I would see my partner hurt, especially crying, it gave me like this boost of energy, like an energy that I can't explain. It was like it was feeding something. It wasn't feeding me, but it was feeding something inside me that it was like an adrenaline and a rush that I liked it and I needed more of it. I wanted more of it and I needed more of it. So I would constantly try to hurt my partner's feelings. I would constantly want to see them cry. I would constantly want to see them jealous and all this other stuff because it filled this void in me, this entity in me that I didn't know. I didn't even know where y'all. I don't even know where I picked it up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know where I picked up being a narcissist at when I was in high school. I don't know where it came from, how it entered my soul, my body. I don't know. That I can't give you an answer to. But I can give you an answer to how it left my body, how it got out of me. I tell y'all this is a real story. So during this time, every time I would do this thing where I stare at myself in the mirror, but every time I would go like to a mirror to use the restroom or whatever, I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. I couldn't. It was hard for me to do. Every time I would like, try to stare at myself, even if it was for like 2 seconds, I couldn't do it because I was scared of myself. I know it sounds stupid, but I'll be for real. Like I was scared to look at my reflection in the mirror because it looked scary to me. Like something about it looked off. I don't know what it was, but I'm like, oh my god, I'm just like I was scared. Like it didn't look like my face. Like it was my face, but spiritually it didn't look like my face. Like it wasn't me. Like every time I would look in the mirror, like I would be scared to look at myself. Like I would always have to keep my head down and wash my hands or keep my find some type of way to do things without minimum of looking at myself through the mirror. So one time I stared in the mirror for longer than I usually did when I got scared, just to challenge it to see why it was making me so scared. And I'm telling y'all, I was so scared. I was so scared. I was like, oh my god. I was like, what? I just knew when I walked out my grandma's restroom. I said something's inside of me. I have to get it out. Like this is like not me. Whatever it was, I didn't know what it was at the time, but I knew it wasn't me. I was like, this gotta go. The only way, I feel like, in my opinion, well, isn't the only way. The entity left my body when I fell in love. Okay, mind you, prior to this, I'd never been a lover girl. Okay, I was never like what I was calling men's B's and hoes. I was calling them out their name, and I didn't care. I didn't feel any remorse for it. I didn't understand the importance of calling people out their name or calling my partner out their name. Because if you act like a B, I was going to call you a B. That's how I used to be. I kid you not. That's how I was. Um, I didn't have no feelings for my partners in high school, but it was high school, so I really didn't care. I didn't have any partners anyway, but when I did have one, I didn't have like much feelings for him because like it was like this numbness inside of me, like this entity inside me that I was just like, okay, we're here, whatever. But when I fell in love, when I fell in love with a narcissist, hold on, you see, this is how the universe do reverse psychology on my ass, okay? When I fell in love, I feel like love cures narcissism. I feel like when a narcissist truly falls in love with somebody, it cures that entity out of them for being a narcissist. That's what happened to me. Now I can't say that speaks for everybody, but I feel like if a narcissist allows herself to fall in love, that's when it leaves the body. Like when I fell in love in high school with this one particular person, like the entity had left my body. I was able to look at myself in the mirror again. I was able to stare at myself in the mirror. I was able to feel love, what love was. But he was a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? So it takes one to know one. That's why I say a narcissist they have this like entity inside where they have to feed this adrenaline. They want you to to see you sad. They want to see you down. They want to cheat on you so you can feel jealous and sad because it gives them this boost of energy that boosts them up and keeps them going. It's feeding their soul and the entity and demon they have inside of them. It's feeding it. So if that makes sense, it makes sense to you. If it don't, maybe you're not there spiritually yet. Maybe you don't understand what I'm talking about. But hopefully you do understand what I'm talking about. It's like it's feeding an entity inside of them. That's all I have to say. Like that's all the only way I can explain it. Now for the physical aspect, you got men that would physically abuse you, which I myself can say that I have been in relationships like that. You know, there was times where I almost lost my life. Almost lost my life like twice. There was a time I almost got stabbed. Yeah, y'all know how them horror movies be like, where my life, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes my life is like a horror movie. I kid y'all not. Y'all know how them scary movies be where they like when you got the knife, but they able to turn it towards you and and they push it towards you. That's how one of my stuff went. Like I'll kid y'all not. I almost got stabbed right here in this shoulder. I almost got stabbed. It wasn't nothing but the grace of God to give me my job. This man is like, he not big as in buff or too meaty, but he's tall and meaty. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just the girl. You see what I'm saying? I'm just the girl. Okay, I shouldn't have to be fighting no man. Like come on now. So I so as he turned it, reverse the knife on me, I was thinking in my head, like, this is like a movie. What people do when they turn it, I'm just like, oh my God, this man about to stab me, this man about to stab me, this man about to stab me. When I tell you what, it wasn't nothing but the grace of God to gather up some strength in my bones and in my soul to get this man off of me. Y'all, I ain't even think I was gonna make it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was gonna stab me, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, he was like maybe an inch, maybe an inch or two or inch and a half from putting that knife in my shoulder. True story. True story. He did end up cut. Let me show you how narcissists work though. Um, I had grabbed the knife because I could tell in his eyes that he was getting ready to go on a rampage. Now, as someone who's been through this multiple times, you could tell when a person switches and an entity starts to come out. It's like this look they have in their eyes where it switches and their eyes get all wide and like another person. It's like another entity comes out and you knew. It's like it's like it's go time. That's basically what it is. Like, oh, it's go time. When they get ready to attack, it's that moment before they start attacking you. They look in their eyes. They get, trust me, I know what it is because I I done seen it too many times. So I saw that look in his eyes getting ready to happen. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be an attack. So I had grabbed the knife. Now, one lesson my grandma taught me was she said, if you ever go pull out something on somebody, you better use it. Don't hesitate. Don't do none of that. Don't nothing. If you're gonna pull up the out somebody, you better use it. And I learned that. Excuse me. She told me this afterwards, after the incident, when I called her. I told her everything that happened. Um, but but that was a lesson I did learn because y'all, it was either gonna be me or be him. And when I tell y'all, the man was like an inch, 2 inches, an inch and a half from stabbing me in my shoulder right here. I'm telling y'all, I'm being so for real. And so he ends up grabbing the knife, trying to get it from me, and scratches his hand right here. Starts being weird, putting the blood on me, just like some psychotic type stuff. Like, what is wrong with you? That's psychotic. Like that's psychotic. Let me tell y'all what a narcissist would do. Let me tell you what the narcissist did in this situation. Why the narcissist go back to his family and tell his family, she cut me. I cut you? I cut you. I cut you. Did I really cut you, or did you try to grab the knife, reverse it on me, almost stabbed me on my shoulder? It was nothing but the grace of God for me to get you off of me, and you end up cutting your hand trying to grab the knife from me. Or did you forget the part where your eyes turned and you was getting ready to attack me? Did you get that part? Did you include also that you was getting ready to turn the knife on me to attack me? Because I'm just a girl. I can only do so much. Okay. I'm not saying women don't have strength, but it's like I'm a lover girl. I'm a kind-hearted person. I don't go around fighting people. I don't go around stabbing people. I don't do murder. I don't do those things. That person is used to those things. So you tell me. You tell me. So you You tell me, honey. You tell me. You know what I'm saying? So a narcissist would do that too. Like if a situation would happen, they'll go back and tell other people, their friends, family, whoever, that you make it seem like you was the problem. No, baby, I grabbed that knife because I knew you was getting ready to attack me, and I didn't use it. But and my scary ass at the time didn't use it, but I almost got stabbed in my damn shoulder. So that's what happened with that. So y'all, it's like it's not even worth it. It's not worth getting stabbed over. It's not worth getting beat over. These men is not worth none of that. Okay, and when I say none of that, I mean none of that. Okay, and you know what's so crazy? One thing I noticed about a narcissist, every time I would get dressed up and look cute, it don't even have to necessarily be me dressing up. Just me like getting freshed up for the day. Maybe me doing a little eyeliner or eyeshadow or just doing my hair, put my lip gloss on, stuff like that. Though I noticed that every time I do self care, the narcissist would get mad. I noticed that too. Like it was, I like when I'm looking back at it. Every time I would do self care, get myself cute, whatever, get myself ready for the day. All of a sudden, there was a problem with outbreak with the narcissist. Like every time I would get cute, the narcissist started a problem. I was like, I noticed that. I was like, that's a weird, odd pattern. So again, jealousy, y'all. Jealousy. A man can be jealous. Hold on, my son's calling me. There was incidents where I almost got choked to death. I mean, literally to death. Like maybe four breath counts, maybe 3, 4 breath counts away from being deceased. Like literally. So a man will physically abuse you when they're jealous of your looks, when they're jealous, maybe that you probably get compliments from other people, or stuff like that for many reasons. Just be jealous of you and try to tear you down. I remember looking at this one girl video. Now, me personally, I never have got punched in the face. Like I always get like punched, always. You know what I'm saying? I had punches on the arm, my leg. But this girl, she had like punched all up in the eye. Like I see a lot of videos of women getting punched in their face. Like my whole thing is go pick on somebody your own big ass size. Like we're just girls. Why are you picking on a girl? Why are you hitting on a female? Okay, the world wasn't designed for a man to fight a female. Y'all be some grown ass men or just men, period. Putting your hands on a female. Go find somebody to fight in the streets. Go find a random person, a random man on the streets to fight. Why are you hitting on a female? That's like some weak ass stuff for real. So, a man could abuse you physically. Now, off the rip, if a man is abusing you, I don't care all of it, mentally, physically, and emotionally, or mentally, physically, and spiritually, you need to run. And when I say run, you need to run so fast. You need to run fast, like what you call it, who Sarah and what you call it did in the Bible. But what you don't need to do is turn around like she did. Okay, you just look forward and you keep going. It's not a game out here. Okay, it's not a game. Okay, don't let a man make you feel like you have to settle for these things, which goes into my next point. A reflection of the man we choose is a reflection of what we think of ourselves. This popped up in my head, and I was like, oh my God, it makes so much sense. A reflection of the men we choose is a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. So for instance, like if you feel like you gotta settle for this man because this is all you're good for, like this is all you're gonna get, or this is as good as it's going to get. That's how you feel about yourself. That yours as good as it's gonna get. That you're not top tier. That you're not that girl. That you're not. You know what I'm saying? You have to change your mindset. You have to think highly of yourself. And I'm not talking in a cocky way, but if you have to drag that ish, okay, to build your self-esteem and make it high so a man won't come into your life and treat you like, no, baby, you're not that girl. Because who cares? Or who cares if people don't think you're that girl? We're not everybody's cup of tea. But what you can do is still believe that you're that girl or you're that male for your own sanity. So a person will come into your life who really don't believe you that girl, gonna act like you're that girl just to tear you down mentally, physically, and spiritually. That's what we're not gonna do. Or for example, if you're choosing a man, now let me say this. This could enter into so many categories. But for me, I didn't give too many ugly men a chance. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't give too many unattractive man a chance. Now all of them was unattractive. I'm not gonna say every single one of them was unattractive, but I didn't give too many ugly men a chance. But you know why I did? Because I felt like I was ugly. That's what I mean when I say the reflection of the men we choose is a reflection about how we feel about ourselves. If you choose a man that's a bum, he ain't worth nothing. He just giving away D and he ain't got no job. That's how you feel about yourself. You feel like you're a bum. You feel like you ain't worth nothing but your private parts. Your private parts. So that's how you feel about yourself. When we accept these type of men into our life, it's how we feel about ourselves. So if you're sitting there wondering why I keep picking up these type of men, or why am I even letting you get away with this BS? It's because deep down inside, that's how you feel about yourself, sis. That's how you feel about yourself. So we take upon those steps to do self-care rituals, you know what I'm saying? Constantly look your best, okay? Get into a skincare routine, dress up. Even if you're sitting at home for the day, dress up, get dressed, um, go out, have fun, laugh, take cute pictures and videos, just make yourself an aesthetic. Okay, I be doing that all the time. If y'all see me on the internet posting like a sexy song, something like that, it's because I'm flirting with myself. Okay, whenever you see me post, whenever you see me post or talk about a song that is sexy or it's like it's talking, highly of a female, that's because that's how I feel about myself. I have to. Let me tell you how delusional I am. I flirt with myself through my own social media account. I flirt with myself, okay? I'm gonna give you the respect that you earn. Okay, I be flirting with myself because I have gotten to a point. There was always certain points in my life where I knew I was that girl, or I felt like I was a girl, but I didn't really know it. Like I would know I was that girl, but then I'll come in and let a bum ass man into my life and degrade me and make me feel like I'm ugly again. Like, and then I'll come back up and I'm like, okay, I'm loving myself again, and then another, nah, got to stop, okay? I'm at a point where sometimes you have to be delusional, y'all. Sometimes you have, even if somebody else say you ugly, who gives a F about what they gotta say? Who cares? At this point, who cares? Okay, flirt with yourself. If you see to them sexy ass songs, see them sexy ass songs to yourself. Okay, I'm that girl. I'm that because I said so. You talking about you gotta believe you're that girl, even if you gotta be delusional about it until you fully commit and believe truly that you're that girl or you're that male. Okay, I flirt with myself all the time. I make myself aesthetic videos, pictures, make me look good, and I rewatch some things back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And I just admire myself and show love to myself because ain't nobody gonna do it but you. Ain't nobody gonna do it physically but you, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you have kids, of course your kids gonna show you love, stuff like that. But in order to fill your own cup and to besides God filling our cup, in order to fill your own cup, you have to be delusional and tell yourself this until you fully believe it. And I'm that girl. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I don't care what I've been through. I'm that girl. I don't care if I'm broke. I'm still that girl. I don't care if I'm rich. I'm that girl. I don't care if everything's taken away from me, which it has multiple times has been. I'm still that girl. I'm still that girl. Even if I ain't got it all or if I ain't got it all together, I'm still that girl. Money doesn't define us. People like to do money or if you ain't got money, you a broke bitch. You can't compare to me because you're broke. And it's not all about money because at the end of the day, can you take that with you? Hmm? Oh, okay. When you die, can you take that money with you? I thought so. So let's shut that down right now. And ain't nothing wrong with having money, but people get too cocky to the point where they like to look down on people. And one thing I always pray, if God does bless me with a lot of money, I pray that I do not end up looking my nose down into people and treating people like ish. When I do get a lot of money, I hope I am not. I am not gonna be one of them people. I really don't want to be one of them people. I want to give back to the community. I want to enjoy my riches, but also give back to the community. I do not want to turn my nose, look down at people like, ew, you're a peasant, or you're a bum. My girl, you ain't got as much money as me. Get out my face. Girl, look at my dick. You're good. Like, no. I do not want to be the type of girl, okay? I've been through the struggle, okay? I grew up a kid that did not have it all. So I'll be dang if I look down at somebody who don't have it all when I have it all. You know what I mean? So let's get back to the point. When we settle on men, we settle on what we think of ourselves, which kind of get back to the first point. If you looking over it and you're like, well, I guess I just take it. He said he loves me. I guess I just accept it. be delusional and act like he really truly love you, but his actions not following behind that. That's how we think. That's how we think of ourselves. Like we would not achieve nothing. Like we would not gain nothing in life. You want someone who has aspiring goals. You want somebody to motivate you even on days you don't even feel like being motivated. You know what I'm saying? Or be disciplined. That ties into my next point. Okay, let me read this off the book. Okay. When you settle for someone with no business mindset or actions falling behind it, you're telling yourself you would never, oh, not the handwriting. You're telling yourself you will never make it further in life. Let me say that again. When you settle for someone with no business mindset or actions, you're telling yourself you will never make it further in life. Which means if you sit up late with a man and a man is like, because it's not about talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. If you settle for a man and the man is like, one day I want to open this business, or babe, one day we can open this business together. Months is passing by, days is passing by, months is passing by, years is passing by, and he ain't putting out one action towards it. That man ain't for you, sis. Ain't for you. I can say I experienced false promises all too well. Okay, I've experienced false promises all too well, baby. I know it all too well. Okay, a man will be quick to say they want to do this or do that, have aspirations and goals, and never work on it. I never get to it. Like, and being who I am and taking risks, like moving to a state with nobody and depending on God. I like to take risks. I like to do things. I like to leap. I like to jump. I like to dream. I'm a dreamer girl. I like to, you know what I'm saying? I want better things for myself. So to have that with a partner who want to be stuck, it don't, it don't fit with me. It's like water and oil. It don't mix. Like it's going to irritate me because it's like, come on, I want to get going. Let's do something. Let's open a business. Let's do, you know what I'm saying? Let's just make this money together. And you're just sitting there. Like, I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want a person like that because when you start taking off, and if your business start taking off, and your ideas and dreams start taking off, that person's going to try every which way to take you down. And you don't need that in your life, okay? You want a dead weight where it's at, okay? Especially if you're in a relationship and you trying to take off. The moment you see that person is just not, or starting to get jealous of you or mad at you because they didn't want to help you with it, or they didn't want to let's do it together, they gotta go. Okay, it don't mix together. When you settle for a person who doesn't have a business mindset, you're telling yourself you don't want to go further in life. You're telling yourself you don't want to open a business. You're telling yourself you don't want to chase your goals and chase your dreams. You're telling yourself you want to be stuck right there in the same place with that person. You want to be stuck in the same mindset with that person. You want to be stuck in that same life cycle like that person. You want to be stuck doing the same things with that person. That's what you're telling yourself. Now, if you're a person who's a go-getter who likes to do things, get stuff done, chase after their dreams and goals, and wants to finish college and stuff like that, pursue different things, a person like that is not going to be a match for you. So don't pick no person like that, and don't let a person sit here and pillow talk you into saying they want to do these things, but ain't no action behind it. The moment you see a person not putting no action behind what they want to say, because a nigga can make false promises real quick. They can make false promises real quick. Oh, I want to do this together. I want to do this, or I want to open up this. And why are you just talking and not backing it up? Especially being a man. Why are you just talking and not backing it up? You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to be able to make money together or stay up late nights putting a plan together. You know what I'm saying? Doing stuff together that's important to get you guys to make more money, to build a foundational wealth for yourself, your family, your future family, and that family on forward. You want that financial stability in your life. But if you settle for a person who's like, you can clearly see, they say they want more in life, but you can clearly see that this is what they're settling for. Same cycles, same things, nothing. You're telling yourself you don't want to go any further in life. And I know you don't want to tell yourself that. I know you want to keep going. I know you want to keep pursuing. So run. Red flag. Red flag. Don't let a person sweet talk you in your ear, what they call pillow talk you in your ear, about things that they're not going to put action to. I can't stand when a man does that. I can't stand when a nigga does that, because a man ain't going to do that. I can't stand when a nigga does that. A real man is going to help you pursue both y'all's goals and dreams and actions. A man, a narcissistic man, is not going to do that. Like, it's like a man give you an action, but in your head. It's like you're daydreaming about the action. Yeah, one day. No, wake up. Ain't no one day. If you ain't put no action behind it, you have to go, sis. It is what it is. You have to go. Stop selling false promises. If a man put no action behind anything, that's it. No. You better off doing it by yourself than with a person who's not going to do it at all. Period, point blank. You still got God. Remember that. Anything that you're going through, or if you feel like you can't be without a man, you you have God. Period, point blank. You will never fail. God will never forsake you, even though at times you might feel like it. It's just a test. And everything happens for a reason. We put God first into our lives. You can understand more on how you can be independent, but you're not necessarily independent because you're leaning on the Lord. God wants you to depend on Him anyway. He wants you to come to Him, depend on Him, give Him your worries, all of that. Okay, all of it, every single bit, piece, last one of it, all of it. He wants you to give your worries to Him. Okay, so don't let no man falsify and give you fake promises, false dreams, no actions behind it, mentally, physically, or spiritually abusing you. Don't settle for that. Okay, do not. It's not. It's not. We gotta elevate, y'all. We gotta elevate in life. A narcissistic partner is only sit in our lives to keep us stagnant. A narcissistic partner is only in our lives to keep us stagnant, to keep us from getting to our goals, getting to our dreams, getting to anything important we need to get to, and especially from staying away from God, from getting close to God. That's what their job is to do. Okay, they're like minions sent from the devil to come and do their jobs, just like there are angels sent to come and do their jobs. Okay, the devil got its minions coming to do their job, to come into your life, walk in, enter it, and keep you stuck and stagnant. You don't want that. You don't need that. And for my girlies who may be going through that or question if they're going through that, sit back, pray to God. Pray to God. And if you, let me see y'all something. Even if you love this person, now naive people could say, why would you be in love with somebody like that? Because love is blind and nobody's perfect. Y'all want people to be perfect so bad, baby. We're not perfect. Well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't let that happen. I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, and I said the same thing. Shoot, stop judging people. Stop judging people. But back to what I was saying, for my girlies, or even men who are sitting there questioning, like, dang, I love this person, but this person is a narcissist. Let's be real. It may hurt to let somebody go. I remember I had like a 4 year on and off relationship with this narcissist, y'all. I'm talking about I loved him down. I loved him down. Okay, this is my high school sweetheart. I loved Lobee. Baby, I love that man. Okay, I loved him. When I tell y'all, it was so hard. Out of all my relationships, I think it was because I was my first love. Actually, he was the hardest I had to let go of. I kid you not. It was so hard. I knew I should have been left him, especially with things he was doing. We're gonna get into that into another video, okay? Especially with all the things he was doing, like I just knew I should have been left him. But I had to, y'all. I had to, and it broke my heart because I still love him. Like, how can you lose somebody that you love? Because they're effing you over. But yeah, and then it took me years to heal. It took me years to heal from that relationship. And even when I thought I healed, I didn't. I wasn't healed. I remember God sent me an angel. Send me an angel. What a song. Send me an angel. Some of y'all may know the song. Send me an angel. Wipe the tears from my eyes. Whatever that song was called. I remember it was playing in my room one day and I was standing in front of a window. Mind you, I thought I had already healed from this man. It was complete. It was washed. It was gone. I thought wrong. Because when you love somebody, it still might hurt, y'all. It still might hurt years after. And that's okay because you know what love is. You know, I don't know what love is, but you know, how can I say? I don't know what to say. But anywho, and that song came on. When I tell y'all, I broke out into tears, got down on both of my knees, and prayed to God to send me an angel because I thought I had healed from that relationship, and it turns out I didn't. I was still. It was like this deep rooted pain that had came out of my body, and I was like, "Oh Lord!" Apparently, I didn't heal all the way from this relationship, y'all. I was crying so bad. I had to ask God to send me an angel to help me with my broken heart, to wipe the tears from my eyes because I thought I had healed from that relationship, and I didn't. Eventually, I did. Eventually, I did. Like now, I am. But I'm talking about. But I'm at that time. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to hurt. It may hurt. You know what I'm saying? For some people, like one of the relationships I got out of, I'm not really hurt by it. The fact I discussed it and mad at myself for letting that happen. You know what I'm saying? Again, but that was the only person that I could say I actually was hurt from because I actually loved that person. You know what I'm saying? All the other narcissists I didn't love, but that narcissist, I love that narcissist. That narcissist. You know what I'm saying? So if you're ever sitting there thinking and wondering like, how do I let go of somebody, or I don't want to let go of somebody because I love them, it's gonna hurt. Okay, it's like it's more than just ripping off a band-aid. It's like putting a wax, it's like getting a freaking wax, okay, and ripping that off. It's more than just peeling off a band-aid. It's like peeling off a wax, okay? It's gonna hurt, and that's okay. Like it's gonna you just have to, at that point, you just have to give yourself to God. You have to give yourself to God, but always remember that you're not perfect. We all have to take baby steps. We all have to take baby steps. Even if you think, oh, God's going to accept me because I'm doing certain things like in a business doing, it don't matter. God will heal you, fix you, change you, rebuild you one step at a time. I'm telling you from experience. Okay. And I'm going to talk about that in another video. Okay. So if you ever feeling like that, just know, like, it's going to hurt. It is. If you're in love with that person. If you're not, it's going to be easier for you to walk away. You better run. But you better run first when you see the signs, first of all. But secondly, if you see or experiencing that you are in a narcissistic and abusive relationship, but you still love this person, it's going to hurt, but you got to do it. Now, if you were in a relationship like this, and if you're in a relationship like this, but you don't love this person, but it's at a point where it's really dangerous, you need to do an escape plan, okay? You need to have an escape plan. You need to call emergency hotlines, websites, all of that. Okay, you need to get you an emergency plan, exit out your plan. Do not tell nobody your plan. I don't care if you have a friend. Don't tell nobody unless your friend's part of the plan. Don't tell the narcissist or the narcissist family, I don't know, whatever, your plan. Don't tell them your plan. You just leave out accordingly. Okay, you leave accordingly for the safety of yourself, or if you have children, for the safety of you and your child. Okay, you need to figure out a plan, stick to the plan, do it, and get out. And don't look back. Again, don't look back like Sarah. Was that her name? Don't look back like Sarah. You just keep going. You keep going forward. Okay? Give yourself to the Lord, y'all. And I promise. But give yourself to God. And God will show you what love is by showing how to love yourself. And then maybe eventually down the line, that person that's meant for you will be there. You know what I mean? So y'all stay safe out there. Do not tolerate no BS from no bum. Think of yourself highly. Think of yourself. You're that girl. You're that man. Don't let anybody take that from you so you can keep yourself sane from being belittled by a bum person. Okay? For a plant is like a human being. Although I or it may fall or break, a leaf still continues to grow when watered and taken care of. Just recently, my son had accidentally knocked my plant over, and it did lose a leaf, which I was so sad about. It did end up losing a leaf, and it got a little bruise on it. But when I was in my prayer room, I noticed, this is when this popped up in my head, a plant goes through some things too. It may fall, it may lose a leaf, a leaf may brown, you might have to cut a leaf off, whatever the case may be, but it still continues to grow. Still continues to grow. For God's Son is the vine, and we are the leaves. Okay, we are guided. We are guided by the vine. Okay, so we So you have to remember that, okay? No matter what you've been through, what may happen or taking place in your life, just like a plant that may fall, break, or lose its leaf, it still continues to grow if it's watered and if it's taken care of. Okay, you pick the plant back up, you continue to water it, you continue to show love to the plant, and the plant is going to continue to grow. So you do the same thing with yourself. You may break, you may going through an abusive relationship, you might be going through some narcissistic mental damage, you know what I'm saying? But you can pick yourself back up, water yourself by doing self-care and telling yourself and believing that you are that girl, you're that male, and take care of yourself. Water yourself and take care of yourself like you would do with a plant. Okay, and I advise y'all go get y'all a little plant. Go get y'all a little plant. Okay, I love me some plants. Now every plant is not gonna be for everybody. I noticed that. You have to figure out a plant that's for you. Okay, that's all I had to say. More videos coming soon. I'm trying to be more consistent now. I did go through a little blockage or whatever where I didn't really have nothing to talk about or say. But I really do hope this helps somebody. Like I said, even if it's just one person, I hope it helps somebody because I know I've been through these things and I don't want to ever go through it again. So if I can share the knowledge and wisdom that I've learned from my past mistakes, I want to be able to share that with others. So yeah, have a good day. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the content, and I'll see you guys later.